Hello and welcome back. This video will be me taking off the old stuff from the old bridge axle and putting it on the new one, which is right over here. And then we are going to fit it to the car. We are not going to make everything happen in this video because I need some new brake hoses and brake lines. So I will be installing them after the axle is on the car. And that might seem a bit stupid because there is a lot more room when the axle is out. But I would like to have the ability at least to put the car on the ground. I don't like it to be on the lift for that long. And this backing plate is going to be reused. I'm going to remove the brake cylinder, and then I'm going to loosen all these balls, and I have already done that. The way I did it was to heat them up with the blowtorch and then open them up. So they are all loose, which is good news. And then I'm just going to clean the back up a little bit and then install it on the new axle. So this car really likes to put up a fight, that we know already. But take a look at this. The stud down here is actually broken off the tab, so it's not attached to the cylinder. Up here it is, but they use some kind of Allen. Let me just put light on. They use some kind of Allen key, which is sheared, so I'm just going to drill it out. Luckily we are not going to reuse any of this, but yeah. This car has had a hard life, I think. I'm going to drill that out and then remove this and then loosen all these nuts off, back them out and take the plate off. It was stuck. Big surprise. Like that. It's off. I'm just going to clean it up with a wire brush. So here we have the backing plate that goes on the new one. And as you can see, it's not looking new. And part of me wants to restore it because it's going to look so stupid with an old part on a new rear axle. But in reality, there is nothing wrong with this. The rust is not destroying the strength or anything. It's completely fine as it is. I could rub it all down and paint it, but it's going to take a long time to get this nice. If I had a sandblaster, I might do it actually, because then it would be quite easy to just blast it over and then paint it. But this is just going on as this. And also, this car is going to be a daily driver. It's not going to be something that that only drives in dry weather. It's going to be driven in the winter time as well. So everything is going to look like this within no time. So I can understand if you think it looks a bit silly, but this is not a complete restoration. It's just getting a car back on the road. So let's install it on the new one. And I am going to lubricate the screws because that is just good practice, especially in our climate. Because you will be able to tighten it up more, and you will be able to release it once you want to do that. This car is very close to be a real collectible car, so I don't think it's going to be a daily driver for long actually. Then I think the owner is going to take more care of it because this car is just getting more and more popular and rare and everything. But that's also a bit of a shame. I actually tend to be a bit irritated about when cars get so valuable that you cannot really enjoy them anymore. But also in Denmark in the wintertime, I think it's 4, maybe 5 months of salty roads. And that's a long time to just wait to drive your car, so yeah. And now I'm going to remove this bracket right here and move that to the new rear axle, because that doesn't seem to be on the new one. So I'm going to do that now. And then I'm going to do exactly the same to the other side, removing this and put it on the new one, and also this bracket. And then so I got all the brackets and the backing plate back on the new axle, or onto the new axle. At first, the clip you saw just before, I fitted these backwards, so I have just changed that. The reason is that the handbrake cable needs to point to the front of the car, and I got them on the other way. So I'm finishing up with all the parts on the axle that I want to fit before fitting it on the car. I have put the bracket for the pipe right here, and I actually already put the brake cylinder on this side, and the brackets for the hose also is changed over. So now I'm just gonna fit these brakes, and I'm also going to at least make the drums ready and put the bearing, the new bearing in the new drums, and then we should be ready to fit it to the car. So let's fit this brake thingy. Now everything is upside down than it is on the car, but that shouldn't really matter much. And then it's all a matter of putting in these pins that hold like that. Same over here. So this is it for this brake, and then I'm just going to do the same on the other one. And then let's press the bearing into the new drum, and then everything should be ready to assemble. And in with the new bearing. Bearing in. Before putting the drum on, there is a rubber seal in here that I need to change. Right here. And the new one is here, and I'm just going to slide that one over. And then on the drum, I'm just going to put this ring in. And this one will just be loosely fitted. And the same with this one. We're going to take it out in a very short while. So just so it doesn't fall off. I just wanted to add that I forgot to put this one in before the nut. So before putting in the rear axle, I just want to fix the ending of these brake pipes. I had to cut them, and now I need to make a new flare and put a new nut on it. And then I have also removed the bracket that holds the rear tire, because that will make it a lot easier to get the rear axle in. So yeah, let's do that. And then pull this tool over. Oops, this is a bit difficult and fiddly. All the way down, and tighten up this one like that. And then I'm gonna put this die into it to actually make the flange. And then just open it up again. Just adjust like that. And open this like that. Pull the tool off like this and take this one out, and then you'll have a flange right there ready to install into the new pipe when that arrives. So now comes the time to put in the rear axle. So yeah, it seems to be possible to do alone, but it would have been a lot easier with a helper. So the right torque specs is 85 Newton meters. So like that, like that, like that, like that. And remember to unload your torque wrench. So just to show you the position of the rear axle bolts, and there's protection rubbers right there. And then inside of here, there's one down there. And one down there. I'm just going to raise the car up a little bit. Then we can take this out. And what we now have is a brand new rear axle on the 106 Rallye. I am not going to do anything further today. I might end up fitting the handbrake cable and putting the wheels on so I can get it down on the floor. But I can't make the rest of the brakes because I have to wait on the brake pipes and lines. And then hopefully they will arrive in a week's time or something like that, and then we can go on. Also the calipers for the front that we need to change. And when that is all done, then we are getting really close to going to the MOT with this car. So yeah. So this is all for this video of removing and refitting the rear axle on a Peugeot 106 Rallye or GTI or Saxo or many other cars. Yeah, I think it went pretty well. I can't wait to finish off the last bits on this car so we can get it on the road, but this was a big step. We now have suspension on all 4 wheels and not only 3. See you in the next one.